Hi everyone. In this session, we will discuss the definite integral problems from the miscellaneous exercise of the chapter integrals. Question number 29. Integral 0 to 1 dx divided by square root of 1 plus x minus root x. So, this can be simplified by rationalizing the denominator. So, we can write it as integral from 0 to 1 dx by square root of 1 plus x minus root x. We rationalize the denominator by multiplying with root over 1 plus x plus root x. So, we multiply and divide with root 1 plus x plus root x. So, we get this as integral 0 to 1 root 1 plus x plus root x dx divided by square root of 1 plus x minus root x into square root of 1 plus x plus root x will be 1 plus x minus x. So, the denominator becomes 1. So, now it is simply integral of root 1 plus x plus root x. Integral of root 1 plus x is square root of linear term. So, we can write it as 1 plus x to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1 plus integral of root x is x to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1. So, we put the upper limit as 1 and lower limit as 0. So, this is equal to 1 plus x to the power of 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 becomes 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 x to the power of 3 by 2. Now, on substituting the upper limit followed by the lower limit and subtracting one from the other, we get 2 by 3 1 plus 1 whole to the power of 3 by 2 plus 2 by 3 1 to the power of 3 by 2 minus, on substituting 0 we get 2 by 3 into 1 plus 0 is 1 to the power of 3 by 2 plus 2 by 3 to the power into 0 to the power of 3 by 2 is 0. So, we get this as 2 by 3, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 power 3 by 2 plus 2 by 3 into 1 is 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 minus this is 0. So, we get this as 2 by 3 gets cancelled, we get this as 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 3 by 2 is 2 root 2, 2 root 2. So, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 root 2 divided by 3. So, this will be the answer. Thank you. Hi, in this session we will discuss question number 30 from the miscellaneous exercise of the chapter integrals. Integral 0 to pi by 4 sin x plus cos x by 9 plus 16 sin 2x dx. So, we have to look for suitable function which should be taken as t so that we get sin x plus cos x as its derivative. So, we take the antiderivative of sin x plus cos x as t. So, antiderivative is nothing but integral. So, integral of sin x is minus cos x and antiderivative of cos x is sin x. So, we put sin x minus cos x as t. So, this is the first step. So, put sin x minus cos x as t. So, thereby we get cos x plus sin x dx as dt. So, we can write this as numerator is dt divided by 9 plus 16 into sin 2x. Let us write sin 2x also in terms of t. So, for that consider t square. T square equal to sin x minus cos x whole square, which is sin squared x plus cos squared x minus 2 sin x cos x, which is equal to 1 minus sin 2x. or from this we can get sine 2x is equal to 1 minus t square. So in place of sine 2x we can write 1 minus t square. Now let us see the limits. When x is equal to 0, the value of t is sine 0 minus cos 0, which is equal to 0 minus 1, is equal to minus 1. So the lower limit is minus 1. When x is equal to the upper limit, that is pi by 4, x equal to pi by 4, the value of t is sine pi by 4 minus cos pi by 4. So 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 is 0. So we got the upper limit as 0. So this is equal to minus 1 by 1 to 0 integral dt divided by 9 plus 16 is 25 minus 16 t square. So this resembles the identity of integral of a square minus x square. So we know that integral of dx by a square minus x square is 1 by 2a log mod a plus x by a minus x plus constant of integration c. So let's make use of this identity. We can write it as integral from minus 1 to 0 dt divided by, we write 25 as y square minus 4t whole square. So this will be equal to 1 by 2a, that is 2 into 5 log mod 5 plus 4t divided by 5 minus 4t, whole thing divided by coefficient of t, that is 4. Now we substitute the upper limit and lower limit as 0 and minus 1. So we get this as 1 by 2 5 10 4 40. So 1 by 40 times log mod 5 plus 4t divided by 5 minus 4t, with the limits as upper limit as 0 and lower limit as minus 1. Let us do the substitution now, and we simplify, and substituting the upper limit we get log of 5 plus 4 into 0 is log 5 by 5 minus 4 into 0 is also log 5. So log of 5 by 5 minus log of 5 plus 4 into minus 1 is log 1 by 5 minus 4 into minus 1 is log 5 plus 4 is log 9. So log 1 by 9. So this is equal to 1 by 40 times log 1 is 0. This is log 5 by 5 is 1, log 1 is 0, minus log of 1 by 9. So which is equal to minus 1 by 40 minus 1 by 40 log of 1 by 9. So this can be the final answer. So if I want to write this further as a simplified form, we can write minus 1 by 40 log of 1 by 9 can be written as 9 to the power of minus 1, or this n log m equal to log n to the power of m. So we can use this property, log m to the power of n equal to n log m. So using this property we can write minus 1 as the coefficient. So we get this as minus 1 by 40 times minus log 9, which is equal to 1 by 40 log 9. So this will be the final answer. Thank you. Hi, in this session we will discuss the miscellaneous exercise question number 31 from the chapter integrals. Integral 0 to pi by 2 sine 2x into tan inverse of sin x dx. So let us put tan inverse of sin x as t. So let us put tan inverse of sin x as t. So this implies sin x is equal to tan t, sin x equal to tan t. So we can write this as tan inverse x, we write it as t, and sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x cos x into tan inverse of sin x dx. So if sin x equal to tan t, then we can write cos x dx is equal to secant square t dt. So 2 is a constant, so we can write out of the integral. Sin x is same as tan t, then cos x and dx, this cos x and dx can be written as secant square t dt, and tan inverse of sin x can be written as t. So it's tan t into t into t, tan of t into cos x dx is nothing but secant square t dt, and we have to put the limits now. Here we have 0 to pi by 2, and now when the limits are changed, so we get when x is equal to 0, the value of t equal to tan inverse of sin 0, that's equal to 0, and when x is equal to pi by 2, t equal to tan inverse of sin pi by 2, that is tan inverse of 1, which is equal to pi by 4. So the lower limit is 0 and upper limit becomes pi by 4. So 2 into integral 0 to pi by 4 tan t into secant square t. So let us write this as 0 to pi by 4 t into tan of t into secant square t dt. Now we have two functions. One function is the algebraic function and second function is the trigonometric function. So we apply the Euler rule, where we see that algebraic function comes first, followed by the trigonometric function. So when we apply the Euler rule, so applying integration by parts, we can write this as 2 times first function into t into integral of tan t into secant square t dt minus integral of derivative of t is 1 into integral of tan t secant square t dt whole thing into dt, and we have the limits as 0 to pi by 4. So we write the limits, so which is equal to 2 into, now this is in the form of f of x into f dash of x, and we know that integral of f power nx into f dash of x dx is equal to f power n plus 1 into x by n plus 1 plus c. So here we have tan t into secant square, derivative of tan is secant square, so we get tan square t by 2 as the integral of this. So we can write it as t into integral of tan t into secant square t will be tan t to the power of 2, that is tan square t by 2. So using this identity, integral f power nx into f dash of x dx is f power n plus 1 x by n plus 1 plus constant of integration c. Minus, so we can put this pi by 4 and 0 minus integral 0 to pi by 4, we can write it as tan square t by 2 dt. So we can further simplify this, write it as 2 times substituting the upper limit, we get pi by 4 tan square pi by 4 is 1 by 2 minus 0 minus 1 by 2 into integral 0 to pi by 4 tan square t dt, tan square t dt. So this will be 2 times pi by 8 minus half into there is no direct formula for integral of tan square t, so we write tan square t as secant square t minus 1. So 0 to pi by 4 integral of tan square t is secant square t minus 1 dt. So multiplying by 2 we get pi by 4 minus of 0 to pi by 4 secant square t minus 1 dt. So which is equal to pi by 4 minus, we can write this as tan t minus t with the limits as pi by 4 and 0. So which is equal to pi by 4 minus of, if I substitute pi by 4 I get 1 minus tan pi by 4 is 1 minus pi by 4, and if I substitute 0 I get 0. So we get this as pi by 4 minus 1 plus pi by 4, which is pi by 2 minus 1. So this will be the answer. Thank you. Now let us solve the problem question number 32. Integral 0 to pi x tan x by secant x plus tan x dx. Now in this question we could see that there is x in the numerator which should be eliminated. When it is a pure trigonometric function we can solve it further. So first of all we have to eliminate x. So let us consider I is equal to integral 0 to pi x tan x by secant x plus tan x. So our first target is to eliminate this x using the properties. So the property which we are aware of is integral 0 to a f of x dx is integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So let's use this property and we write this as I is equal to integral 0 to pi, in place of x we write pi minus x tan of pi minus x divided by secant of pi minus x plus tan of pi minus x dx. So which is equal to integral 0 to pi minus x into tan of 180 minus alpha is minus tan alpha, so minus tan x divided by secant of 180 minus x is minus secant x, and tan of 180 minus x is minus tan x dx. So we get this as integral 0 to pi minus of tan x pi minus x tan x by, if I take minus common here we get secant x plus tan x dx. So this minus and minus gets cancelled and we got pi minus x tan x by secant x plus tan x dx. So let's call this as equation 2, and the original integral I equal to 0 to pi x tan x by secant x plus tan x dx as equation 1. So adding 1 and 2, we get 2I equal to 0 to pi x tan x by secant x plus tan x, secant x plus tan x plus 0 to pi minus x into tan x by secant x plus tan x dx. So which is equal to 2I is 0 to pi x tan x plus, since both are under the same limits we can add both the integrands. We get this as pi tan x minus x tan x by secant x plus tan x dx. So x tan x gets cancelled, and therefore we got this as pi into integral 0 to pi tan x by secant x plus tan x dx. We know the identity secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So if you multiply the denominator and numerator with secant square x, secant x minus tan x, secant x minus tan x, so the denominator becomes secant square x minus tan square x, that is 1. So in order to make the denominator as 1, I multiply the denominator and numerator with secant x minus tan x. So since we have secant x plus tan x, when we multiply with secant x minus tan x, we get the denominator as secant square x minus tan square x, which is equal to 1. So I multiply and divide with secant x minus tan x. So we get this as pi into integral 0 to pi tan x into secant x minus tan x by secant square x minus tan square x dx. This will be pi times 0 to pi. So the denominator is 1. So we get secant x tan x minus tan square x divided by 1 dx. So this is equal to pi times 0 to pi integral secant x tan x minus, we don't know the integral of tan square x, so we write tan square x also in terms of secant square x. So we write tan square x as secant square x minus 1 dx. So this will be pi times, so let's evaluate the integral. Integral secant x tan x is secant x minus integral of secant square x is tan x minus into minus plus integral 1 is x. We substitute the upper limit as pi and lower limit as 0. So pi times, if we substitute upper limit as pi, we get secant pi minus tan pi plus pi minus, if we substitute the lower limit, we get secant 0 minus tan 0 plus 0. So which is equal to pi times secant 180 is minus 1 minus tan pi is 0 plus pi minus secant 0 is 1 minus into minus plus tan 0 is 0 plus 0. So we get this as pi into pi minus 2, pi minus 2. So this will be the value of 2i. Therefore I equal to pi by 2 into pi minus 2. So this will be the final answer. Thank you. Let us discuss question number 33 from the miscellaneous exercise of the chapter integrals. Integral 1 to 4 modulus of x minus 1 plus modulus of x minus 2 plus modulus of x minus 3 dx. So we know the property of the modulus function. Modulus of f of x is equal to f of x when f of x is greater than or equal to 0 and is equal to minus of f of x if f of x is less than 0. So we make use of this property and we try to solve this integrand to simplify it further. So we write this as integral 1 to 4 modulus of x minus 1 dx plus integral 1 to 4 modulus of x minus 2 dx plus integral of 1 to 4 modulus of x minus 3 dx. So which is equal to modulus of x minus 1 is equal to x minus 1. So let's redefine this x minus 1 function. Modulus of x minus 1 equal to x minus 1 if x minus 1 is if x minus 1 is greater than equal to 0 or x is greater than equal to 1, and is equal to 1 minus x if x is less than 1. So here we have all the values which are greater than 1, so we can write it as integral of 1 to 4 modulus of x minus 1 is x minus 1, because all the values are from 1 to 4 are greater than 1. So the lower limit is 1, upper limit is 4, where it means that x is a value which is greater than 1. So when x is greater than 1, the definition of modulus of x minus 1 is x minus 1 dx plus. Now let us take the second function, modulus of x minus 2 is equal to x minus 2 when x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0 or x is greater than or equal to 2, and is equal to 2 minus x when x is less than 2. So this function integral 1 to 4 modulus of x minus 2 has two definitions based upon the value of x. When x is less than 2, that means when the lower limit is 1 and upper limit is 2, modulus of x minus 2 is 2 minus x dx, plus when it is more than 2, that is from 2 to 4, it is x minus 2 dx. Now let us consider the third definition, modulus of x minus 3, modulus of x minus 3, which is equal to x minus 3 if x is greater than or equal to 3, and is equal to 3 minus x when x is less than 3. So we can write this as when it is less than 3 and more than 3. So 1 to 3, integral of 1 to 3, it is x minus of x minus 3, that is 3 minus x dx, plus when it is more than 3, that is from 3 to 4, it is x minus 3 dx. So we are able to write all the integrals after simplification of the functions. So we have written integral 1 to 4 x minus 1 plus integral 1 to 2 minus x plus 2 to 4 x minus 2 dx plus integral 1 to 3 3 minus x plus 3 to 4 x minus 3 dx. Now we are going to do the simplification of this. So it is x square by 2 minus x, upper limit is 4, lower limit is 1, plus we write integral of 2 minus x is 2x minus x square by 2, upper limit is 2, lower limit is 1, plus integral of x minus 2 is x square by 2 minus 2x, we write the limits as 4 into, and plus we write the integral of 3 minus x, that is 3x minus x square by 2, we put the limits, upper limit is 3, lower limit is 1, and we evaluate the integral of x minus 3, which is x square by 2 minus 3x, we substitute the limits as 4 and 3. Now on substitution we get 4 square by 2 minus 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. So this is the simplification of the first integral value. Then plus substituting 2, we get 2 into 2 4 minus 2 square by 2 minus substituting the lower limit, 2 into 1 is 2 minus 1 by 2. Then plus substituting 4, we get 4 square by 2 minus 8 minus substituting 2, we get 2 square by 2 minus 4. Then plus again we apply the upper limit and lower limit for this integral 3x minus x square by 2. So we get 9 minus 3 square by 2, that is 9 by 2, minus substituting 1, we get 3 minus 1 by 2, plus the last part is plus substituting 4 we get 4 square is 16 by 2 is 8 minus 3 4s are 12 minus substituting the lower limit 3, so we get 3 square is 9 by 2 minus 3 into 3 is 9. So we have simplified. Now we are going to get the value. 4 square is 16, 16 by 2 is 8, 8 minus 4 is 4 minus half minus 1 is negative half, so plus half, then plus 4 minus 4 by 2 is 2, 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 minus 4 minus 1 is 3 by 2, so minus 3 by 2, then plus 4 square is 16, 16 by 2, 8 minus 16 by 2 is 8, 8 minus 8 is 0, so this is 0, minus 2 square is 4, 4 by 2 is 2, 2 minus 4 is minus 2, minus into minus is plus 2, so plus 2, plus 9 minus 9 by 2 is 18 minus 9, 9 by 2, then minus of 6 minus 1 is 5 by 2, 5 by 2, 8 minus 12 is minus 4, and 9 by 2 minus 9 is minus 9 by 2, so it's plus 9 by 2. So let us try to simplify this. 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 minus 4 is 4, then 1 minus 3 is minus 2, minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7, minus 7 plus 18 is 11 by 2. So this should be equal to 8 plus 11 by 2, that is equal to 19 by 2. So this should be the answer. So the crux of this problem is to simplify by removing the modulus. So we wrote modulus of x minus 1 as x minus 1 from limits 1 to 4, whereas modulus of x minus 2 is written as 2 minus x for the values less than 2, that is from integral 1 to 2 it is 2 minus x, and for the values more than 2, that is integral from 2 to 4 it is x minus 2 dx. Similarly, for the modulus function of modulus of x minus 3, we have written it is 3 minus x for values less than 3, that is from integral 1 to 3 it's 3 minus x dx, and for the values more than 3, that is from integral 3 to 4 it is x minus 3 dx. And once we have removed the modulus, it is a very simple problem. We evaluate the integral and substitute the upper limit, and from that you substitute the lower limit and subtract it from the value obtained in the substitution of the upper limit in the integral. So that is how we got the value to be 19 by 2. Thank you, children.